Well, Luke, today seemed to be two attacking sides, both cancelling each other out.
Yeah, I thought it was a good 0-0 draw. I felt that there was two sides looking to go and win a game of football, and then on the 55th minute mark, he brings Cheek and Ebbsfleet on the pitch to try and influence the game, and then 2 minutes later I bring Sorba Thomas and Josh Amir on the pitch, and I felt that it was like an NBA game at times. I said to the boys after, it was like Lakers v the Knicks. I thought it was you attack, we attack, and if you was a paying punter today, especially the second half, there was two sides looking to go and get a win.
There was a lot of intent, a lot of nice moves, but maybe just a lack of that final ball, that final touch from both teams.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I thought we painted great pictures to get us into the 18-yard box or in and around it, and I felt that at times our quality wasn't good enough, and that's something I said to the boys, it needs to improve. If you was to come and watch us on a Monday, Thursday and Friday in the sessions, they move it in tight areas, they play 4v4s, 5v5s, and it's unbelievable to watch, and I said I need more of that, and I feel that when we get into them areas we need to be a little bit more clinical, a little bit more crisp and clean in our play. But for me, look, we had a clean sheet at home, that's 10 games now in the league. That's 5 wins, 4 draws and a loss. That's 19 points from a 10-game return. If you was to marry that up with an away record of that, you wouldn't be far short of the playoffs in and around it.
So when they did breach our back line, Ryan Huddart seemed to be there to cover just about everything.
I have to say he was good today. I thought he made a great save first half down to his left-hand shoulder, and he's pushed it off for a corner. In the first half they put a lot of long balls into the box, and I felt that he was very influential in terms of coming to claim them, taking the pressure off our back three, and I thought that his instinctive save in the second half where he went across his line with quick feet and in terms of didn't have enough time to manipulate his hands to catch the ball, he's half volleyed one away, and I felt that was superb. His record as it stands at the minute is 7 clean sheets in I think it's 17 games, so his record's been not too bad. His distribution needs to improve. That's something that I've worked heavily on in terms of with the goalkeeping coaches and him at length, and hopefully that can continue and we can look to improve that side of his game.
Justin Shebu, Femi Alassane and Tom Champion all came into the side today, and Tom Champion in particular showed just how important he is to us.
Oh, listen, he's a manager's dream, and I say it loosely. I know the boys think he's my son, but he's an organiser, he talks, he's on the front foot, he galvanises a back three, and I felt that them three today have done fantastic. Manny Parry, up until the Southport performance, the Solihull performance away from home was unbelievable, the Bromley at home was unbelievable. He got two team of the weeks for his 2 performances, and he was unfortunate not to play today, but the back three have gone and got a clean sheet, so I could probably say, well, hang about, my answers were correct. But Femi's come in. First 15-20 minutes, he looked like he ain't played football in his life, and then from then onwards, he was fantastic. He was absolutely awesome. And you look at Shebu, again, I said to him, don't be a 30-minute man. Don't be the one that comes off the bench. Don't be the one that sits on the bench for 65, 70 minutes and then you're the impact player. Go and be the one that goes and starts. And I felt that he had a purpose today. I felt that he picked up the ball in good areas, he drove at people, committed people, got their centre half a yellow card, and probably didn't work enough shots or enough opportunities in the final third, but as a whole, I don't think we were good enough. But the 3 coming in was pleasing. Sorba coming off the bench was pleasing. So yeah, look, there's a lot more positives. I'm sat here today, a lot more positives than opposed to last Saturday.
Just going back to Champs slightly, when Sorba comes on, he seems to really thrive off the influence of Tom Champion next to him. Yeah,
look, Champs played X amount of games in league. He's won this league with Cambridge, he's won the trophy with Cambridge. He's been there, seen it, done it. So as a player, being Sorba who's 19, to have that influence and experience behind you, it can only give you confidence. And I felt that he pinned Corey Whiteley back, he pinned Reece Ebbsfleet back, just because he gets on the front foot. And that's no disrespect to Woody. Woody was brilliant today. Woody's Woody, and every time you wheel him out there, you know what you're getting from Danny Woodard. So at the minute, it's probably 50-minute Woody, 40-minute Sorba, and he's paying dividends because I felt that Sorba was very influential when he crossed the white line.
So they've got a new manager in recently, and he's enjoyed a very good result against Cheltenham on the weekend, and we could have seen a bit of a reaction from them because of that.
Listen, he's gone and got a 0-0 at home. I watched the game and probably deserved to win it. He's then come here to a team that's home form's very good, very, very good. I think we're 5th in the terms of the table with regards to home form. Their away form was good prior to Gary Hill attending, but they're a good side. I said it to the reporter before. He said, "Oh, was it a good point?" They were semi-finalists last year. I know we were finalists. I get that, but I look at the personnel they have in their dressing room. They're a proper team. And for 15 minutes, we were chasing shadows. And it was a little rejig of what we had to do, and I felt that we delivered in terms of our last half hour of the first half, and I felt that we were the ones on the front foot with probably the majority of the second half. Then they had a little spell with 10 to go, but like you said at the start, we cancelled each other out, and I thought it was very entertaining, especially the last 20 minutes.
Obviously going to Fylde next, that's a long trip up north again. What are your thoughts ahead of that tie?
They've just gone and got beaten by Dagenham, so knowing Dave Challoner, there's going to be a reaction. They've got all week to work on it. Again, I think he's unreal as a manager, what he's achieved at that football club, what they've done in terms of in the National League last year, what they were doing again this year, the personnel they have to their disposal. I like the signing of Byrne, the centre-half from Gateshead. Rowe, don't need to tell you about Rowe, everyone understands what a goal threat he is. Angol at left back, you look at Bond in centre of the park. I just think they're a fantastic side, but I think everyone's fantastic at this level. I think people have personnel and can go about their business in different ways and manners in terms of winning a game of football, and I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. We go out there positive, 5 unbeaten in the league now. I believe it's 3 wins and 2 draws. So yeah, we're on a good run at the minute in terms of the league. Yeah, we had a setback last week in Southport. I'm kind of hopeful that that will go some way of repaying what we did with the fans when they had to travel up there and pay all that money and offer up what we did.